Previously in Hekhat, you see two of the military. They're holding up a young boy. They caught him trying to steal some of your leather goods. From the stall next door, an old man kind of leans over the counter. It's the same old man who kind of accosted you. Would you like to buy any candles? Izaret, the people you were with this morning, can you get them? I'm afraid that Suthis is, he might be responsible for this.
I would just go back to where the first murder happened, because I figured something weird's going on.
Generally, lizards are cold-blooded animals, and they're not really physically able at night or in the cold. This certain class of shapeshifters are far more vulnerable in human form, and they do have a human form.
What I'm gonna do, is there any entrance that is completely invisible?
We can say you're scoping it out.
I'm riding to the location where it happened.
The shadows around you, they get so dark, and then the darkness from the shadows just begins to spread in your vision, and you pass out. Jabari, you wake up and you are very hot in this sun, in the exact spot that you've been before.
Could I say that I woke up with a start? When I wake up and I realize I woke up, I think I get up with a start and I scream out, Amon! And then I realize that I'm not there and I'm not then, and I calm down a bit.
Around you, you don't get any response except the slight rustle of breeze through the brush along the riverside, and a couple yards behind you, you hear some soft steps taken by Spool, who is waiting patiently.
I turn around and from the ground, I think I Spool reaches down with his graceful neck, and I sort of pet Spool a bit, and I get up and I look around. Am I in the spot?
You're in the spot.
And I start to remember more about what happened. How something, I couldn't tell what or who, took the person I loved. And that ever since that day, I've felt different in a way that I can't describe. Not just grieving, but also agitated, infuriated, unnaturally angry, but also terrified. As I stare into the river, I say, I miss you.
As you stare at the moving water of the Nile, after you utter those words to the breeze, you're staring at this water, and the anger in you begins to build. And you've felt this before, but it's a little bit different now. You're staring at the moving water and the way it touches the shore, and something deep in your core is pulling you towards the water. And this rage in you is just building and building, and you feel your body beginning to tense up as you stare at the water. And just for a second, the dark, murky water appears to almost move on its own.
I take out my spear and I start stepping towards it.
You walk towards it, and that feeling, it grabs a hold of you, and it almost feels you moving towards the water, and it builds even more, and you're being pulled right to the middle of the Nile, where you can definitely see it now. The murk, the dark water is moving in a way that this river shouldn't.
I think I start running.
you're running now towards the edge of the river, and it's almost calling out to you, this sound, this feeling inside you, and in the river, this connection just drawing you forward.
I jump in.
Okay. Why don't you read a bad situation?
All right.
That is
Before you
definitely the
just
time
die.
to whip that one out, if any.
That's 2d. Oh, I can't see what the other number is. Oh, that's a 5. Okay. 5 plus... What's read a bad situation again?
Plus sharp.
My sharp is 0. That's a failure.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oof.
Oof.
Okay. You jump in, and it's very dark below you, like way too dark for it being full daylight now. And that feeling that was drawing you in is very strong, and it's calling out to you and pulling you straight down. And you're not even really in control at this point. You are just swimming down to the bottom of this river.
My eyes are wide open, and I feel like normally it would, my eyes would hurt, but I don't feel it. I don't feel anything. My eyes are wide open, and I'm swimming straight towards the source of this feeling.
Okay, yeah, you swim downward, and then all at once the darkness around you just tightens, like someone cinching the string on a drawing the string on a bag all around your body, and it's squeezing you, and your vision, what little of it you had, is just gone, and you are being squeezed from every direction at the bottom of this river. What do you do?
I think I still continue. I continue towards the feeling, wherever I feel it. Like, can I still feel it coming from a certain direction?
It's all around you now.
I think I start, just flailing my spear wildly into the darkness, and just wildly, just without any form or grace, just crazily swinging my spear under the water.
I feel like that would be a kick some ass roll. What is your feeling on that?
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
I always forget we have to roll for things.
I am immersed.
Let me see. Alright, that's a 6 plus 2. 8.
Okay. You both inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on the established dangers in the game. Okay. Do you remember what we said your spear did as far as damage?
It does 3 harm, but I would imagine that under the water, maybe it's I think it would do less, since I'm flailing a spear around underwater.
I think you're flailing it all around you, and it is a spear, so that would move okay through the water. So I'm gonna say you do harm this thing.
Cool, I will take it.
But it also harms you, and you take 3 harm as it squeezes you really hard in response to your stabbing. And as you're doing this, you feel someone reach down and grab the hair on your head, assuming your character has hair. I don't remember if that's been established, but
My character has hair.
someone is reaching down from above and grabbing you and
Listen,
pulling.
if the situation is I have hair, I live, I don't have hair, I die, my character has hair.
That's it. If you didn't have hair, it was going to be over. Someone is trying to pull you out from above.
I think I don't fight them trying to pull me out, but as they're pulling me out, I'm still flailing my spear downwards towards where the source is coming from.
Okay. As you do that, the darkness kind of releases a little bit, and you see it sink even lower into the river. The flailing of your spear kind of seeming to almost push it away. This person above you is swimming and kind of struggling, but is actually getting you back up to the surface of the water.
how do I feel like the farther and farther away I get from?
The farther you get from it, the rage is subsiding, and in the place of it, you're in the same spot that this event happened, and you're pretty much reliving that memory, and the face of your loved one is everywhere in your mind. So the anger is subsiding, but rising instead is just absolute horror and sadness.
Can you cry underwater?
I think you can cry underwater. Yeah.
That's how the Nile was created.
Trust me, I've done it.
I start crying, and I think like I'm still sort of like flailing this spear, but it's getting like slower and slower as I get farther away from this thing, and I start to like, be agitated less and less and less, and I start crying instead, and I start realizing the situation, and I start getting scared. I start shivering. I didn't even like register that I got hit pretty hard.
You're feeling it.
Holy shit, this hurts.
Yeah, you're not in great shape.
Like I didn't feel it in the fight, but now I do, and this sucks.
Right as you get to the surface of the water, you're about to breach and get air, which you realize you now desperately need. And then that same hand actually holds you under the surface just for a second. They're right next to you, and they're holding you in an embrace, almost just trying to keep you still. And then on the surface of the water, you see something float over, and as you look up at it, you just barely recognize it as the shape of a body. And as you watch it float away, that darkness, a little arm of it reaches up and grabs the body and pulls it down. And then the person rescuing you continues to pull you to the surface, where you both breach and take deep breaths of air. And when you finally get air, you see that this person that pulled you out is the kid who was stealing from your shop. He says, "What the hell was that?"
Oh my god, what happened?
I don't know, man. We got to get out of here.
Why am I so hurt?
Dude, I just followed you to talk to you and say thank you and talk a little bit about yesterday, but holy crap.
What?
Can we get out of the water, please?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sure, let's.
What? And he swims towards the shore, which is not very far.
I follow him, and I get out of the water. Oh my, could you remind me of your name again?
Did I name this one?
I think there was a name. We can just cut that out.
Did I write it down? I didn't write it down. That's good.
Also, can we get the sound bit of just going, can we edit that part out? And just put that whenever we...
He says, look, honestly, I don't remember your name either. We'll get to that later.
Sure.
I want to get away from here now.
Yeah.
Is that your camel?
Yeah, let's get on. Come
Okay.
on. Spool, come here. And we get on the camel. I think I get on, and then I help him up. And we ride away, but as we ride away, I look back to that spot one more time. And then I clench my fist and I turn around and I keep looking forward.
Okay. Talk, you were kind of casing Jabati's place after you saw that he was gone.
Right.
What was your plan there?
Hey, Jabati. So, does your place have any vantage point in which I can get in without being seen?
I think I probably have a window. But
no, just it's a wall or like some section where nobody would see me come through.
Come through into my building, into my shop?
Yep.
Like, do you mean like through the wall?
Yep.
Is there a wall that's not seen from like the street?
There probably is, like, the back wall. I think you can find an angle. Like,
Well-
it's like a weird diagonal angle, and you're like, huh, this is the spot.
Well, I'd be moving with a lot more purpose at this point. I would see this angle, whichever angle this may be, and I'd look around, take one final check, and I'd phase through the wall. I'd come into his shop, and I'd start snooping around. And as I start snooping around, I'm looking for that lizard person that I'd seen before. So I want to investigate as best as I can.
Why are you searching his shop for the lizard person?
The way he was acting, I guess, like, this has been a hot spot for a lot of different things. So I'm starting with him.
Okay, so you're suspicious of Jabati?
Not necessarily suspicious of him, but suspicious of this area. And I guess he would be a good start.
Okay.
I could offer something. I could say, if you do if you try to investigate in my shop, could I answer some questions about what he might see in my shop, that stuff that is relevant to my character and my character would have there?
Yeah, because he's investigating your shop, so it's going to be primarily you. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So go ahead and roll for that talk.
Okay, 2d6. Chabang.
What's the sharp you picked?
Sharp would be 0.
Okay, a 9.
A modest 9.
You get to ask Jabati one question.
What is concealed here?
Oh.
Okay. That was actually the one that I was you would ask, because I could do something cool for this one.
I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't usually read through every single question. Like, no matter what, I usually read halfway through a page, read the last sentence, and then that's me.
That's a good way to do it.
You start looking around my shop. You start looking around at the leathers. Maybe you get a bit distracted with the leathers because they're very, very fine, very nice.
Of course.
And then you go behind the counter, a place where, customers of my shop would normally not go. And as you go behind the counter, you look under it, you pull some drawers, and you see normal shop stuff. You see like a log of purchases. You might see some money there. And just like catalogs of ideas maybe I have for for later developments to my store. And then as you're looking under the counter, you notice that there seems to be so you open both drawers and you see inside them and you don't see anything useful. But you notice that like it's all layered the same way. So there is like a bunch of empty space that you cannot access with a drawer. Like there is no drawer to see what's inside this empty space. And with a first glance, it just looks like, oh, this is how the table was designed. Like there's nothing really hidden under there. But you look under the counter and you see it's cut under there.
Okay.
And you see this barely, like you've been looking at this hard and you see that there are cuts there almost as if it can be opened, like a hatch.
Okay.
And
so I'm definitely going to interact with that.
Yeah, I assume you open it, right?
Yeah. No, never mind. I just see it move right along. No. I open it. I definitely do.
All right. You open it. And a book falls out. As soon as you open it, maybe like it might like hit your like hand or something. You're like, startled. And you pick it up, and it doesn't really have a title. What do you do?
I'm definitely going to read that. What do I see?
You see journal entries. You flip through a few of them. They're dated. And they're just like a bunch of writing, and you realize that this is a diary that Jabati keeps. And you flip through it, and I'm assuming would you flip through it? Would you read it knowing that it's a diary now?
I'll let you know if I object, but so far you're narrating exactly how I would imagine so.
All right, so you flip through it, and you eventually, as you're flipping through it, you notice that there's one common name, Amon, there, who Jabari talks about a lot. And you realize that this person, Amon, Jabari actually took a liking to him. And at some point, he confessed, and they shared mutual feelings, and it was pleasant and nice, and Jabari wrote about that, and it was a really good time for both of them. And then the journal, it just stops. And when it stops, when there are no more entries, you realize that those pages have been ripped out.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
But you notice that where they've been ripped out, this last time, it was just a normal day for Jabari. The last entry on it, it just says, I had a boring day, not much sold, business was slow, but I know I have one thing to look forward to. Tomorrow night on the Nile will be a very, very nice night with Amon. And that was the last entry, and that entry was dated 2 weeks ago.
Okay. He will respectfully put this back where it belongs. Like, you can tell that his mannerisms are not like careless with this like cherished memory, if you will. Like he shows sympathy. Like, okay, I shouldn't be trifling through this. And he puts it back and tapes it up wherever it was, just kind of stashes it away. Do I notice anything else out of the ordinary outside of this?
I don't think you do. I think the rest of it is just like normal shop stuff.
Okay. If that's the case, I'd phase out the door and head for the Nile. Or phase out the wall.
Iseret, where were you going after leaving?
Well, I guess everybody's going to the Nile, but I wouldn't know that. So I would go try to find Sekmok. So that would be my first line of action.
I think you run into Sekmok pretty quickly because she's leaving the agency.
Well, I was looking at where the scene of the crime happened.
Oh yeah, you were.
Right, so
okay.
I was already at her place.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, that's convenient because I need to pick up another pair of brass knuckles and a garrote. So you're already at my shop. Are you inside?
I was probably just outside trying to see if, because I was doing investigate a mystery for that, the scene of the crime. So I wouldn't have been in your shop.
Okay. Well, I run into you and I'm like, Sekmok, I need your help. Let's go inside where it's private.
Yeah, I'm cool. And then just...
Okay. I'm really glad we established we're friends. This is very convenient for both of us. Okay, so we go inside and I am kind of going through shop inventory to try to find something suitable for myself so that I am armed once again.
Your dad, when you come in, says, hey, honey, did you find the apprentice boy?
Oh, shoot. I can't just tell my dad.
My dad would kill me.
I guess I'll tell him, yeah, I found him. I don't think he's going to be in for a while.
Oh. What a beautiful choice of words.
I'll tell you more about it later. Sorry, Dad,
Okay.
this is really important.
Okay, I'll let you have your space.
I'm sorry, I promise, I'll fill you.
You're such an understanding dad.
I sound like a bratty teenager, God, Dad.
I'll
Get
talk
out
to you
of my
later.
Is this your new girlfriend here?
No, Dad, this is my friend. We've known each other for years. Dad, you've met her 30 times. I don't...
I'm sorry. Okay. Have a good time.
I'll be home for dinner.
Okay.
Okay, so Sekmok, as I'm getting my weapons together, I tell you what happened. So I tell you everything, and I tell the truth about going to check on the apprentice, hearing something and hiding, and then Suthis finding me there and taking me, and then the conversation that I had with the pharaoh. I don't tell you about the interaction that I had with the old lady who paints the murals because I wouldn't know that that's relevant yet. That was just like an interaction that I had.
Yeah. Okay.
I tell you about the pharaoh's instruction, like, will you help me find Jabadi and talk? Because also my life's on the line. My other option was getting hanged, so.
Yeah, so I say, sure. And then, how long has Talk been in the city? And when did I get the information about him relative to now?
Talk, how long have you been in the city?
Not long before this first incident. Like the first night that we all got together at Izaret's place. Probably a few nights before.
Okay.
So, when do you think I would have gotten that slip of paper?
As soon as you, well, I don't know, how long have you been in the city this time?
I've been in there a few weeks by now, I guess.
Okay, well, you got it a few days ago then.
So, I'm guessing at this point, I kind of like know where Talk kind of goes if he has like a pattern.
I think you would have some idea of his path around the city.
Yeah, like maybe he's on like the east side in the morning and the west side in the afternoon. And...
Oh.
Sure, yeah.
Sekmok, do I know that about this little side hustle you have going on?
No.
Okay.
Dang, keeping it from the friends, that's cold.
Yeah, well, that's part of the job, top secret and everything. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I think I might know where Talk is, at least. I've seen him around, is kind of all I say. And then I take Izeret, when she's all ready, to the area where Talk would normally be hanging out at that point.
Okay.
Midday. Where are you normally, Talk?
I'm actually in that area, in the shopping center. I'm centralized around where all the killings would be.
So that kind of region of the city, I think we determined.
I wanted to ask.
So I'm close, actually. Because she's a few shops down, right?
You're just coming out of the Jabadi's. I don't think she knows that. What did you want to ask, Ellen?
I was going to say, because I was like kind of looking around the area, did I see Talk go in?
Yeah, I don't think you saw him go in. No. I want to get everyone's opinion on this, namely Dominic. I think if you're trying to...
Oh, fuck.
I was thinking if you're trying to sneak out of a building that you can't see out of, I feel like they'd be or act under pressure, but I don't... If you disagree...
Oh.
No, I'd be down to roll for it.
Okay.
I mean, that's just a fair way to fucking do things. Damn. Okay. I am not cool. Damn it. How much cool do I have? -1. Lovely.
Does the 9 year roll just now?
I didn't roll. No, not yet. I'm just fucking nervous. All right, give me like 2 seconds to...
I think that was for the investigation.
Yeah.
I don't want to roll. I'm gonna fucking roll.
Oh, no. -1.
Ooh.
I got a 1.
No.
That was the first bad roll.
That's real bad.
You get to mark experience, though.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the positive note on this. Goodness gracious. God. Okay. It's frustrating beyond.
Oh, that's... All right. A lot of things happen.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah.
I was hoping one thing happens, but a lot of thing happens. Okay.
It's more than one thing.
Lay it on me. I'm ready for the pain.
You slip out of this wall, which is not perfectly concealed, but before there was no one around. This time...
No.
Well, first I need to clarify something. Jabadi, where were you going on Spool? I assumed back to your shop.
I think I want to go get medical attention. I feel like I was hurt real bad.
Okay.
But where would I go?
3 harm is bad, but it's not like a critical injury yet.
Yeah.
So that's up to you.
Yeah, I think, okay, I would go and, like, drop my equipment off at my place because maybe it's not a good luck to go into to get medical attention with weapons on.
Talk, as you phase out of this wall, from one side of the square, Sekmok notices you just glide through the wall of this shop out into the public. From the other side, from Camelback, Jabadi and the young thief boy see you just slip through a wall nonchalantly. And then walking through the square, previously unnoticed, Suthis also sees you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
My fucking head hurts, dude. Don't tell me this.
And he's kind of staring at you as you fully emerge from the wall, and he says, "What the fuck?"
Oh, and who's this? Who's this? Oh shit! It's the Pharaoh walking towards us. Also noticing that.
No, it's those 3 or 4, I guess. They watched you just kind of walk out of Jabadi's shop through what is not an entrance.
Fuck. Okay, fuck. Wait.
Talk.
Wait,
Is
fuck.
that,
Okay, fuck.
Talk. Is that you?
I'm gonna phase back into the wall. like Homer Simpson in that meme where like he comes out and he just like slowly goes back in.
I grabbed Izaret's hand and I'm walking very, very quickly to there because I'm like, hey, he's here. Just follow me. Come on. Let's go.
Suthis turns and sees Izaret leading,
Oh shit.
Sekmok leading Izaret out and says, "What?"
Any chance you could pull me through that wall too? I just like ducked down.
Okay.
Oh my god, fuck.
I go and I park my camel. Park.
Yeah, you park the camel, put it in
park
park,
my camel.
pull up the emergency brake.
Yeah.
Brake.
Do you have to parallel park him?
Yeah.
You have to. It's packed. It's packed.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
There's a lot of people. There are other camels.
Yeah, it's really inconvenient for situations like this where I have to go fast. But I parallel park my camel. I go forward and then I like reverse and I go forward again. Shit! The angle's a bit wrong.
Is it
and I can do it again.
Other camels?
Wait, what's the camel's name again?
Spool.
Spool, you're just yelling at him. Damn it, Spool!
Spool, not this time. I get down and I think like when I get down, I stumble down still in pain, and I help the boy down, and I like start sort of like stumbling to my shop, and I like sort of ask the others who are near the situation like what is going on, what's happening.
Okay, I will say this. My character is gonna be bolting out of there like ASAP and at a fast rate.
Through the front wall?
Yes, at this point. But he's gonna take an entrance that none of them can see.
Okay, so like maybe out the back.
So like the same wall that they were all converging towards, I'm going out the other end.
Yeah, I think we're all converging at the front door because we can't go through walls, apparently.
Yeah.
You can definitely go out, like there is a backside to my store for sure.
And so I'm running out where they're running to?
No, you're not, unless you're going out the front wall where the front door is, and no. Yeah, you're going out a different surface of this place.
I think I stumble to my front door and I open it and I look inside.
How long does it take them to get there?
I think this would be act under pressure again, right? If you're trying to get out before they get in.
Oh god.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
It does, but why does it have to make sense? 4, 3.
4 plus. What's your cool?
What's my cool -1?
You get a 3?
I just can't, I'm just getting used to phasing through okay, it's a phase, alright, people?
Okay, you misjudge, and you come out still in view of them.
I literally just, never mind, just come back out.
They're not yet to the door, so they have a kind of a wider angle than you were expecting on the place. And this time, more townspeople see you, and everyone kind of looks a little startled at you just walking through a wall, and they're all kind of staring. And Suthis is reaching down to his waist, and he has his hand just kind of resting on the hilt of his sword, slowly approaching the door and this shop with everyone else.
I could I turn to Suthis and I want to say, Sir Thusis, this is my shop, so could I at least have a word with him before what happens?
I don't think this is the time to
I
act
don't
slowly.
That's fair. And I think okay.
That's fair.
Why don't you manipulate him?
Sure. Would that count as like a manipulated person?
You're asking him to do
Yeah, try
something
and
for
manipulate
you.
him.
Oh, that's a 5.
Yeah, that's no good.
He draws his sword now, and he looks ready to attack you and possibly anyone else around him.
Sorry.
And he says, I'm going to need everyone to drop their weapons right now, or I'm going to start swinging.
I'm hightailing it out. So I'm first exit. Fight or flight is definitely flight.
Okay, what's everyone else going to try and do?
I dropped my weapons. I mean, that's what I came back here to do anyways. I'm in no shape to fight.
The thief boy says, what the hell, man? What's everyone else doing?
I think I'm gonna turn to Suthis and say, like, this is, like, I mean, it's your judgment and everything, but I think this is a bit aggressive for someone. Like, I mean, nothing happened, right? Like, no one stole anything. We don't see anyone hurt yet.
Did you see that person walk through the wall of your shop, Jabati?
That is strange.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
I need you to back away from me now.
I just don't make a mess of my shop.
I'll do whatever I damn please. Now back away.
I say no. Like,
Ooh.
don't mess up my shop.
Ooh, are we gonna kick some ass?
The people in this square are now fully aware of not fully aware of what's happening, but this particular scene they've seen enough of to back away. So it's just pretty much just you guys, and then surrounding you is a group of silent spectators, except for one. An old man kind of stumbles out from the crowd and between you guys, and he says, "Oh, Jabati, over here, Jabati." And it seems to take Suthis by surprise a little bit. And he says, Jabati, would you like a candle today? Jabati.
I look at him in the eyes.
Damn it, Walter.
I look at him in the eyes, and I like. Is there any hint? Is there any hint of like, you can't roll insight in this game?
As you're staring at him, he starts to kind of hold out different candles that he's taking out of his pockets, which is weird. And they're different colors, still no indigo. And he's I have them of all kinds. and he kind of whispers, but he whispers really loudly. You know, like that kind of. It's not really a whisper, just kind of carries the whisper tone. He says, "I have some stolen goods too, if you're interested. I have many things, all kinds of candles, candelabras, anything you want."
What are you? You know what?
I look. I have this torch. I stole it from the pharaoh. I think it's the brightest light I've ever seen, and it appears to work even in wet environments. It's gonna cost you a lot, but do you want it? And you are immediately drawn to it.
How much?
How much are you willing to pay?
And I think I just throw like whatever money I have on me currently, and I like grab the torch. I try to grab the torch and I throw whatever money I have at him, like almost involuntarily.
He kind of looks startled by you throwing coins at him, but you do get the torch out of his hand relatively easily. He's a small, frail old man.
Is that enough?
I can't even count this, Jabati. You are already holding the torch, and Suthis says, "All right, that's enough." And he begins to approach you with his weapon, about to attack. And as soon as you get a firm grasp on this torch, it ignites, and it is bright white light, almost blinding the people around who can see it.
As the light shines bright, I am going to grab my spear in defense of skins and things. I don't care what you do, Sir Suthis, but you can't mess up my shop.
Okay. The light is shining on the faces of all 5 of you, and in Suthas's face, who looks completely enraged. And that feeling of rage in your stomach, your body, it's less rage now and more just absolute confidence.